Hello again in my YouTube channel. Today I will show you the first tutorial in Python as a language. Uh, I will show you what is the advantage of Python. Okay, so this is the official website of Python, and we see here. Uh, so if we're reading this code, behind this code, a lot of things. Python is powerful and fast. Try which other run everywhere is friendly and easy to learn is open. That's great. Python 3 is truly versatile programming language, loved both by web developers and data scientists and software engineers also. And there are several good reasons to do that. First one is Python is an open source and has a good support community, as we see here. Okay, in this website of Python, we have community here. It's great reason really. Let's give you power and the ability to learn these languages. Okay, we have strong documentation also. Okay, the documentation or community of Python is everywhere. You can ask, and you can have the answers. We have also success story here, as we see in this website. We have a lot of people transaction from some background to development or to the science in Python. As we see here, we have a lot of people coming from background of art or business or the science or engineering, for example, or education. There are a lot of stories here as we see. Okay, and as I did before, we have strong documentation. The community of Python is famous. You can ask and have answers of your questions. So the second reason maybe it's extensive support libraries, and that's what we see here. I come here, can show you something amazing. You can share in here for any project and contribute with it. As we see here, we have a lot of projects and the version and the files here. Okay, can search any project and to be contribute in this project. Open source. And also the data structure are user friendly in Python, like list, like dictionary, like tuples, seek. All this strong data or data structure is good in Python, so complex like other languages. Maybe this is enough reasons really to choose Python. And for someone, me personally, I'm interested in data science. The Python make me to love this field of data science. I know Python or any other languages. Of course, we have other languages we can work with. So, especially in data science, we have Scala, we have R, we have Juliana, we have also JavaScript. But me personally, I love Python because with a simple syntax, you can build something amazing, especially in area of data science and data analysis. It's give you the power to understand a lot of things, to write in a pieces of code, help you to explain more. Okay, uh, really amazing. I like it personally. I like it really. So, so for this reason, is coming one of the famous languages today in the world. You can have uh, Python uh, in development. You can have Python. Okay, I will show you something here. We have a lot. Can do a lot of things with a Python. And we can also see the jobs with Python here. Can find a lot of jobs as we see here. We have a backend engineer. We have software developer with Odoo. Odoo is UFP, uh, information system integrated. Odoo is famous one. And the backend of all these models have in this information system is built it with a Python background or Python backend. Okay, we have Django engineer, infrastructure developers, and as I did before, we gonna find in Python and everywhere in the web. For example, like in Django, Flask, or Pyramid, gonna find it also in a scientific area like NumPy or Tensors or PyTorch. We have a lot of things really to discover with Python. We have a huge libraries to work with in Python. As we see here, we have a lot of jobs. We have data analyst, we have Python software engineer, and we have a lot of things here. We have strong sponsors as we see here, Google, Indeed, Salesforce, NVIDIA, and Microsoft Azure. We have a lot as we see here. We have Anaconda also. This Anaconda packages is for data science. When we start decisions project of data science, the first step we will do here is to install this Anaconda and see what is the packages coming with Anaconda packages. So here, when we want to install Python, uh, as we see here in this bar, come in downloads and see what is all the version available here in Python. So the latest one here is 3.11, 3.10, 9, 8, and 7. We can download any version we want here. Just we click on download and download any version we want. So the basic Python here in this section, and when we install Python, the IDLE or Integrated Development and Learning is coming by default. So Python coming with its own shell by default. And if you want to work in some themes, integrated development and learning, like PySharp, we have also Spider. Spider is coming on the Anaconda. We install it. We have Atom. So we have a lot of PE we can work with, but the famous one is PySharp. PySharp is famous one in Python. So here we will start. So for me personally, I work with GitLab Director app because has give you the ability to write in a lot of comments to explain your project. Okay, and you can convert it in any extension you want, PDF or whatever, to share it with other people to see your work. Okay, you can work in we're writing the lines of code and also explain why we do this and why we do that. So for the reason I chose this Jupyter Lab. As we see here, we have Python 3. Okay, we create our notebook. So this notebook you can share it with anyone when building your own project. Kind of writing and building your the documentation in this notebook and share it with anyone. Kind of facing some people don't understand Python, but does give you the ability to share your notebook. So the first thing we will start with is data types we have in Python. What is the type we have? So we have integers, we have float and string. So the first one is integer. So in Python, when so the first tip here, uh, well, again. So first tutorial in this playlist of Python. Let's go to data type in Python. So we make it here as a markdown to be clean, the big console. So the first type we have here is integer. In Python, we have integers. Okay. Uh, console. Integers. Okay, what is integers in Python? As we see, we have simple number gonna be negative or positive. We have two minus two, for example. We have minus one. We have also zero. We have one, two, three, four, seven, for example. Okay, all these numbers is integer number. So we give us syntax error. Okay, this is the number integers number. When I create a variable, for example, a, and assign some values for example here, and a equal to 4, and if I try to check the type of a, that's give me is an integer. Okay, this means integers is you can write it at this form in Python. We have also float numbers. So in float numbers, floating example, we have float number, we can write in 1.7, 2.3, minus 3.40. We have also 5.4. We have 10.2, for example. We have, so this is the float in Python. I start with this data type because it's very important, especially when facing problems or columns or some values stored in some columns. Because for me in this session, I a token with the background of data scientist or data analyst. So for me, for this reason, this data type is very important for anyone. When I create other variable, call it b, for example, I'm saying some values with 6.12, for example, and b, let's give me this value. If I try to check the type of b, can find it as a float. Okay, and we have also a string type in Python. String type. Well, I will create some string, for example. We're gonna write. So we make string between this code. It's very important. That's for this reason. We make any phrase or any word between these brackets. Okay? In Python, this is syntax to write in a string. Write it between code. And also we can write in he, hi, for example, writing he, and writing what. All these things is string in Python. Okay, let me see what all these what we have here is string. Okay, if I try to delete one single code, it give me the error because this syntax is not correct. So for this reason, I need to write all these things between quotes, single quotes or double quotes. The same things, okay? See the same thing as you see. Also, we can store some strings in variable. It's called, for example, my string, and they will assign some values. For example, here, uh, let's for example, okay, let's learn Python. For example, we will create a single code here. It's learn Python. Okay, and I run it. I will also create another string called. I create a variable called another string. So writing everything I want here is my first not work Python. Is another string here, and create also a long long, for example, long string. Let's see, can create phrase here. Yes, you can. Uh, for example, and build of project. Okay. This is an sentence. Okay, I run it and without error. That means we can write in our string type between double quote or single quote, and that will be okay. And here in Python, you can use also print function. So print function in Python is the famous function we have. Okay, famous the famous functions. We can also use print, and inside of this print, you can discover a lot of things. As you see with me, we have this doc string of Python. This function print values to string, or is dot by default. So we can write in a present we want here. For example, I want to pass this variable to see what is the value of this variable. Just I will write in this string, okay, and I run it. Well, I will see the value stored in this variable. We can do the same thing with other variables. For example, a long string, and they will see this syntax or this phrase on this variable. Also, we can write in something inside Python and in double quote, for example, hey, the world is new, and we run it, and I will find the result. We can also concatenate. Okay, can also concatenate these two strings. Let's try three, three, three strings, for example, and they will pass uh, these two variables we have here. Adding this operator of plus. Okay, then I will add this another string, for example. Let's see when writing this current function and I pass in this branch function this variable of this string, I will find something coming here. Okay. Okay, we are concatenate between two variables content a string type of data as we see here. Okay. We can also use here can for example using some operator inside of this string. For example, is taking this name of Alice and apply a time some 5. That means I want always five times. When I run it, it's like error because why? Because it's not inside of double quote. Okay. So when I run it now, I will get the result. I run it. This is always 5 times. Okay. That means we can use also the operator of math with the string type. And here I will use parent function and they will get the same result always 5 times by the functions. Okay, and this is the result. Here inside this functions we have a separator space. So in this separators attribute inside of this parent function, I will send any value I want here. For separator, for example, I don't want to have a space. My my separator it's common for that. When I run it, but I need to make it between up here. See what's happened. Well, for me, uh, any variable I pass here inside of prime function, my separator will be a comma. Okay, by default it's coming with single quote. Okay, my separator here is single quote. I will see also the math operators we have in math. I will show you some operators. This is very important also. Well, I will write in comment here. Math operator. Okay. We'll make it just like a mark now to be clear. And let's see our operator. So the first one here in Python, we have double star. Double star, that's mean exponent in Python. I will show you an example now to see how we can use double star. Just adding other cell here. Well, as I told before, here just to make it clear more, I will describe here right what the mean is an exponent. Okay, is an exponent. That means if I write in two double star, for example, 3, that means I will or I want two 3 times. That's will be 8. That means it's an exponent. In Python, double star That means an exponent. Also, we have the other operator here. It's modulus or monitor. We'll see on presentation. I will show you also. So this modulus and reminder modulus reminder. So we use this sign of percentage, and I will show you example here. For example, I will use 22 modulus 8, for example. I will get they will get 22 modulus 8. I will found 6. That means is the remainder of division. Okay. I have also this operator match of. We have also interior division. We have interior division. We use for that slash. We'll ironics and see example here. I will take in 2/8. I will get 2, and we have division. And we use slash, and we see the result. If I take in, for example, 22 divided with 8, I will get 2.75. Right? And we have also multiplication, other operator in math. We have multiplication. For that, we're using a single star. I'm going to take an example of, for example, 8 times 5, for example. This is the result. It's working. You have also subtraction. Subtraction, Python is easy. You can subtract 10, for example, minus 8. The result is 2. And we have addition operator. Addition. For that, we cannot just take in two numbers, 23, for example, plus 5, and we got 28. So we see how we store strings in a variable, and let's see famous built-in function in Python. We have, of course, we have parent. We discussed parent, and then we show you now input functions. Okay, and show you how we use it. So we will show you an input function. We'll make it other small. Okay. 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 I will writing these functions inside of some variable. We can write a variable called name. For example, we have name. What to input. We write in something. Hey. What's your name? and they will print nice meet you, writing the operator plus Python to be separated. Just make this variable that means this plus operator. I think this measure will make it separate for us. So if I run, I will find here this prompt because input give me this prompt and they will, my name is Karim, for example. So the result here, nice to meet you, Karim. Okay, I will make it. I run it again. My name is Karim. Nice to meet you, Karim. Okay, this is the result we take. If I create another variable card age, for example, to allow you input how old are you? Are you, for example, and they will print. I have years old. I run it. For example, 28. When I run it, I have a very old. So the syntax of its functions. If I return here, they will show you another function of length, because it's important function also. I try to remember this is a variable of string. Okay, I'll just pass it and copy it here. Okay, if I run this variable, so this is the value I get when I run this variable. If I use length function, okay, length function to number of number of values. I will slash double dash here. It's a length function to make it mark down here, to make it clear more. And so here in this function, just I will wait and pass these variable of string, and they will. So we have, if you want, characters here in this sentence. Okay. Also, we can integrate it with Python or with print function. Print length of this variable is comma here, and they will pass length of string. Or I have other option. I will show it you now. Okay, this is the syntax. Here I will to and here. When I run it again, you will find this result. Or if I want to store this variable here, for example, call it length. We'll print it here. Copy and paste here. Just not so fun. Just well. So here I will drop this and replace it with a variable I create. So what is variable? Yeah. And find something of this voice traffic. Copy pass here. We pass here. Then that means I can store this result here in this variable and you can find this result. Okay. So I will stop here, and I wish to have happy learning with tutorials I made. So for now, we will create playlist of Python and happy learning again. See you again. Bye bye.